Hello, Craftin' buddies. It's Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Craftin'. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, coming to you on Thursday, July 17th at 11:35 p.m. Kind of like my average time, right? So today was day 2 of our virtual album retreat with Stampin' Up! And who knew I would enjoy making these layouts as much as I am enjoying them. So today we did 4 2-page spreads again. That's what we did yesterday. And I feel like I got more done today than I did yesterday, because one of the months, June, I didn't even put together yesterday. I did the other 3, January, February, and March. But June I kind of skipped because I think I had had enough. Plus I'm going to be doing, hello Colleen. Plus I'm going to be doing basically like a watch party with at least one person from my team in August, because she was not able to attend this live event. So I'm saving some of my work so that she and I can do it together. And then I can help her as necessary, but we'll be able to access the videos afterwards. So to me, it's been worth the money. It was not inexpensive, but for what you get, I think it was really worth the money. So you get 12 2-page spreads, everything you need except like your adhesives, your inks, that sort of thing. So all of the paper, the embellishments, there's twine in there, the instructions, 2 stamp sets that have 125 stamps in them, exclusive papers, laser cut things, and all the instruction. So for every layout, we have somebody walking us through step by step what to do, where to blend, where to stamp, how to do this fold, how to do your page protectors. So I'm just going to show you what we worked on today. I'm not going to craft anything again because I have been crafting since 3 o'clock my time. So it's going on midnight now. So that's, 8 hours of crafting basically. So like I said, I have not attached all of my elements. So I'm going to try to lay these out so you can kind of see them. Hopefully side by side will fit on screen. I'm just waiting for my iPad to catch up with me so I can see if they fit. Otherwise I'll just do one at a time. But these have been really fun, and the instruction that we're getting from Stampin' Up! Has been really good, I'd say. So we're doing some stamping, we're doing some blending, and the layouts are such that I can recreate these and do them with different papers because I have all of the measurements. So it's just going to be really, it's a very versatile kit. So 12 months, 2-page spread, so that's 24 pages. I think I kind of had that one like that. Let me move this over a little bit more. And I'll be able to get rid of my little reminder for the virtual album retreat. It is done tomorrow. We have 4 more spreads to do tomorrow, and then we will be done. So let's just see, move this over a little bit more. I think that's pretty close. All right, so let me see if I can lay this out a little bit nicer. Now, I'm not real good at following instructions sometimes, and I kind of go a little rogue. But that's just because I kind of like to make things kind of more my style. So obviously these things are not all exactly straight, but they will be once I get everything attached. All right, so let's put this little cluster. No, that can't go under there. Maybe I had this over here. I don't remember, but I'll figure it out. So I changed the layout just a little bit. This has 2 placeholders on it, but one picture will go here, and then this is actually a flip up, and there'll be another picture here. I will probably mat this so that it's framed better. So actually I'm thinking maybe I'll cut another piece of Misty Moonlight and just have them on top of each other. But then we have like this little cute little bird. And I'm gonna try to get these where they needed to be. But isn't this cute? Some of the placeholders here are not matted. And to me, it almost looks like they're unfinished. So I'm gonna have to decide once I put my picture on there if I want to mat them more. But like this will go here. And they had us stamp 2 little birds, but I'm not sure why, because only one showed up on the picture. But if I put this up on dimensionals, it'll just kind of look like a little more 3D bird. So I thought this was a pretty cute layout. So whoever's creating these, I think, did quite a nice job. So that's this spread. What do you think? It's pretty close to what the layout was in the instructions. I like to kind of move things around a little bit sometimes, but the way they're designed is that there's continuity between the 2 pages, because when you put this in an album, obviously you're going to be looking at 2 pages to tell your story. Colleen, do you do scrapbooking already? I'm going to get my little instruction sheet here. Oh, thank you, Colleen. I wish I had, created it. I think tomorrow I will show the projects that we do tomorrow. But then I'm going to have my granddaughter this weekend. So we have one more of those pop-up pals to do from the kids kit that she helped me with a couple of weeks ago. She's got the Triceratops to finish. But I think what I'll also do is pull out some pages that I did a few years ago that I actually designed for an event, a Stampin' Up! Event that I had. So yeah, I normally do card making too, but I have a lot of pictures on my phone, and why not tell the story, right? So like this one is supposed to be for journaling, just for kind of writing what the story was for whatever this picture theme was. So here's April, and hopefully you can see this. It gets a little dark when I get it too close because of the lighting. But their layout, the way it was designed, is it kind of traveled almost the same from page to page. So it's got the yellow, the Darling Duckling here, and the Darling Duckling here. The Misty Moonlight in the middle, Misty Moonlight kind of in the middle. And then this floral piece, it's on the left and it's on the right. But I did mine so that it, to me, is more balanced. So I've got the Darling Duckling, I've got the floral, I've got the Misty Moonlight, I've got the soft seafoam. So that just made it a little more balanced to me. And then I don't know if you can see it here, but this section here would be for some journaling as well. Depending on what pictures I pick out, I'll do more or less journaling on another page. But we did like some blending on here so that it kind of draws you from one page to the next also. So this was fun to do. Very fun to get together. And I said in the description, I don't remember if I talked about it or not, but I haven't put my pages all together. I think I did say this. I lose track sometimes because I'll be doing a watch party after the fact with at least one of the gals from my team who wasn't able to do this live. Now this one was pretty fun. So that was April. Let me pull May out of here. And the nice thing is these packets were, everything was cut in here for us, and it said what project. So we knew, you know, 1 through 12, if they said, well, today we're doing 1 to 6 and 5 or whatever we had to do, we knew what packets to pull out. So these, a couple of these pieces are kind of hanging up in here. So I will try to get these laid out how they were intended. Yeah, I had so many pictures on my phone that Google was going to cut me off. I mean, I'm talking like, I don't know, 14,000 pictures on my phone. Because I do screenshots. You see something that looks interesting, you take pictures. I was doing videos too so that I could upload them to Facebook, but I couldn't do that anymore because I had no room on my phone. So that's why I started doing the lives back in January, because I ran out of memory on my phone. So it's like, okay, just let's do this. All right, let's see if I can get these kind of back where they need to be. That's one of the pitfalls of not getting this stuff stuck on when I'm making them. But I'll get it figured out when I rewatch the videos, and you'll get the idea and know that it's not all put together yet. All right, some of these things I did kind of stick together in part. I'm trying to think. I don't remember where I had. These were probably extra pieces that I hadn't actually decided where they were going to go. But there'll be a picture, a small picture here, or a journaling card. And then these will be mats for pictures. We can put that down on a dimensional maybe. These are just scrap pieces because we did some paper ripping. This page is more affixed, but we got 1, 2, this one up here. This paper is really awesome because it's, Stampin' Up! Does have a paper like this, and let's see, here it is. It's the Irresistible design, so basically there's like some embossing on it already. Hopefully you can see that, the shimmer on there. So basically it's embossed. You can add blending to it, ink blending, and then you can just buff off the parts that are embossed, and it leaves like a resist technique. So this piece here, we did that on, and isn't that gorgeous? So this was done with some Darling Duckling. So I started out in the middle and just moved it to the edge. And then I had, I think some pumpkin pie that I added in there. And then I added a little bit of strawberry slush. So I really like the effect of that. Kind of like either a sunrise or a sunset, obviously. But you know how it's not always just yellow for the sun. So that's what I did there. And then these were actually in the directions laid out so it's very much a block. And I just didn't like that as well. It just didn't speak to me. So I spread mine out because I wanted to see more of the starburst, or the sunburst rather. So these will go here-ish, because then what we'll do is here we can indicate what each picture represents for. Aren't these gorgeous, Casey? I think that starburst is just gorgeous. So there's one more layout tomorrow that we'll be using, that the whole piece is the whole circular design. So it'll be interesting to see what we do with that. So this will go like so. And then this tucks under here, I think. And I don't remember if I had this. I don't even know if I had this attached, quite honestly, but I'll probably, you know, I'll figure out where I want it to go. So that is, oh, there's another piece here. I'll have to find it. It's probably stuck in the bag or fell on the floor, but these should be symmetrical. There should be another piece of this little design here. It'll turn up, otherwise I know I have a little scrap that I trimmed from another page because I wasn't following those instructions either. So that's kind of like my MO. I don't always follow the instructions. So let's take a look. That one's pretty well set. I will probably do some color blending on this heart down here. Hopefully, oh, I guess maybe I should move this over again. It's hard to see because it's delayed on my iPad. There, that's a little bit better, I guess. So, this page, I didn't attach any of these things. These are all, nope, I didn't attach any of them. I'm not sure if I'm happy with my color blending here. I thought it was going to blend a little bit better with these colors because I used the Darling Duckling. I'm pretty sure it was pumpkin pie and a little bit of strawberry slush up here. What do you think, Colleen? Is that too stark, or does it kind of help follow the page? I just don't know. I may just do it on another sheet and see if I can get it. You know, I could always do it on the back and just see if I can get the coloring more to how I want it. So there's that layout. What do you think of that one? This might be my favorite one so far. I don't know when these will obviously line up so that it's following across the page. Again, it's balanced. So with the instructions, again, I didn't follow the instructions because it didn't look balanced to me. So this is the left page and this is the right page. Hopefully you can see that. So I again did it. I have to finish my paper ripping on this side because I didn't do that, but I have it so that it's balanced. This is on the left, this is on the right. And then, you know, this strip goes across the middle, which that kind of follows. But then I didn't follow the instructions for this. I kind of liked this piece on the left because I moved this piece from the left to the right, these two pieces. So that's why I changed my layout there. And this is designed for a small picture, and this will be for the journaling. I think I mentioned that already. So I love the color combination on this, the Misty Moonlight. I think that's probably garden green in there. And the Darling Duckling just makes a really nice trio of colors. I'll have to find that little piece that's kind of bothering me a little bit, that it's here somewhere. All right. So that's May. And these, again, if you were not here yesterday, these are a heavier, they're not like chipboard. They're thinner than that, but they're much thicker than regular cardstock. You're right. It is my layout, and I'll do it my way. But I like having the creative influence that Stampin' Up! Has provided with these designs. So, all right. I'll try to keep that so I don't lose any more pieces. Here it is. See, I thought it would be here somewhere. Here's this other little piece that I need. All right. So that's a good thing. I'm glad I didn't lose it under a table or something, because who knows what I would find when I go down to find it. Dust bunnies and whatnot. All right. So that's May. Then we did December, but I'm going to go to October 1st because that's kind of follows the calendar a little closer. This layout, Corey Hancock from Stampin' Up. went through this one with us. And I did pretty much put this one's all together. It was a very basic page. These are some pockets where we can add some pictures. They'll have to be cropped down, of course. This is a friend of mine who recently had a birthday. So that's one I have handy. Or I could crop this one down. This is me with Sarah Douglas. We had a 35 for 35 event a couple of years ago in Indiana. And I am right here in this picture. So I got to rub elbows with Shannon, but we did a card swap. And it was kind of a little friendly competition thing. And she was going to select her favorite card to take back to the Stampin' Up! Office. And she picked my card. I was very excited, to say the least. So I have another picture about that. So I may have to scrapbook that. I'm not real happy with the picture of me, but it was fun that she picked my card. But anyway, this one, like I said, is very basic. So all of the cutout pieces were already done for us. The only thing we had to trim was the corners off of this to make it more like a tag. We will have pictures in here. Now I'll have to lift this little flower up. I didn't think about that ahead of time. So let me take that that dimensional off right now while I'm thinking about it. All right, so we will have pictures tucked into here. And then I could add a little tag for some journaling on here if I wanted, but pictures can go on here. These I created as little pockets, so I could put little memorabilia things in there if I wanted, or I could put other little pictures. But this had a lot of stamping directly on the sheets, and just a few elements were stamped on die cut pieces. But these are the same circles, obviously, as this, and two of them were double-sided. So we just fold them over, and then on these two, we just stamped one of the designs from the stamp set. And I'll need to put some embellishments here because the stamp is only about 2 inches long. So you had to piece it, and I didn't quite get it lined up right. So this one is pretty basic, but I like the colors. And I kind of did my month sentiment a little wonky on purpose because I think Halloween or October has Halloween for us. So I have some pictures of my granddaughter here that I will probably trim down and put them in here. So I have some pictures pulled already, but October is a fun time when we've got like the pumpkin farm and that, because it's autumn for us, and autumn is my favorite season. The air is crisp. It's cool out. We're usually harvesting stuff, and you've got corn and whatnot. That's always good. Oh, I probably should have shown you the designs. Excuse me. So I think I did show that one. So next is December. So I kind of followed the instructions, but again, I don't have all of my pieces attached. So I'm going to try to be very careful here. And I have to tell you, these Stampin' Up! Scrapbook kits, I have done a couple of other kits, just not this whole album retreat, but I've done a couple of the other scrapbooking kits, and I've enjoyed them. They've been easy to follow the instructions. So this one, I kind of followed the instructions, but I kind of did my own thing. And the kit does have all of the place card or the photo holders, placeholders for all of the pictures. I just chose not to put them on every piece because I know where the pictures are supposed to go. It's just kind of supposed to, I guess, give you the appearance of what the frame would look like. All right. So on this one, we just had to cut the banner ends. Those didn't come pre-cut for us, but the other papers did. This is going to kind of go up in the middle. It almost reminded me of like a Santa Claus belt. And then this side, I am going to take this piece here, this black piece, and I am going to trim it and put a piece of it down here, and we'll just see. I'm not really sure I'm happy with this side, so I may play with this a little bit more. But this is designed to be a pocket so that you can put pictures in there, and then that can be up there. And then I thought this was really pretty. We did some paper tearing here as well. And this is the two-tone cardstock. So a lot of the pages you had the versatility because you could use the light side or the dark side. This is cherry cobbler. The dark side does not look cherry cobbler to me. The dark side looks, I don't know, like a brownish red. So I'm using the lighter side. So this was the third layout we did today. That October one was the last one we did. That was pretty simple. I think they saved an easy one for late in the day because they figured we'd probably be tired, or they were tired. I don't know. So that's what we did today. Oh, so again, we've got 4 more tomorrow. I suppose I could show you the layout here. So I followed it pretty closely. We did some color blending that shows a little bit. I was not real obnoxious with my color blending. There's some color blending here. And I think we did some up here and here, but I may have to darken that. The two-tone cardstock takes longer to dry when you're putting ink blending on it. Probably if you're stamping on it as well, because the color is printed onto the paper rather than dyed into the paper. So that's why it also has the white core, is because it's just printed on both sides, not dyed. All right. So you can see where, like this piece here, I'm not sure exactly where it was supposed to go. And it may have ended up being an extra picture, and I might just not have paid attention to the directions because it doesn't show it there. So it might actually be, I don't know, it might have some stamping on it. It's hard to tell, but I'll be rewatching the event so that I can get it all in place how it needs to be. So, but I think this was my favorite of the day. All right, and then these would be placeholders for the pocket. So I'm going to have to decide where to put that as well, because it's obvious. I don't want it covered by pictures, of course. So, all right, that was my day. That's all I have to share with you today, because I did not have time to prepare any other project. So tomorrow will be the same thing. I will give the highlights of the last 4 scrapbook spreads. And then Saturday will probably be Riley helping me with the kit. And then I'll showcase some of my prior scrapbooking pages. And then by Sunday, I should be back to doing regular projects again. So yeah, I do feel like I've been pretty busy. So thank you for popping in and sharing in my creativity excitement. You can see where this needs a little piece of black across here though, doesn't it? So I will be adjusting this side so that it flows better. But you can see on the instructions, there's no black there, but it goes across there. So I will figure it out. All right. All right. So it is time for me to head to bed. You enjoy the rest of your day, Colleen, and whoever else is joining me. Thanks for popping by. Until next time, happy crafting.